You are not broken, you are not weak, but you are missing something. You can feel it, that gnawing ache in your chest, that heaviness in the morning before you even move, that cloud in your head when the day begins. It is not sickness, it is not depression, it is the symptom of a life without direction, without structure, without a law you live by. You wake up and wonder why you woke up. You eat, but you taste nothing. You work, but you feel no progress. You rest, but you are not at peace. And then you tell yourself, something must be wrong with me. You search for it like a disease. You think maybe your mind is broken. Maybe your spirit is weaker than others. But it is not weakness. It is the absence of a path. A mind without a path will sabotage itself. A body without a mission will feel heavy. A soul without a purpose will feel lost. When you have no direction, your mind becomes your enemy. It reminds you of every mistake. It plays every memory of failure like a film on repeat. It whispers, "Why try again?" And you believe it. You call it laziness. You call it procrastination. But it is not that. It is the paralysis of having no clear target. A lion in the wild does not need motivation. It wakes and hunts because that is the law of its life. Its nature is tied to its duty. But take that lion and put it in a cage, and watch its eyes fade. You are the lion in the cage. You are not lazy. You are not hopeless. You are caged by your lack of structure. Structure is not prison. Structure is freedom, because it frees you from waking up every day in confusion. Think of your life like a river. When the river flows within strong banks, it moves fast. It cuts through mountains. It gives life to the land around it. But when there are no banks, it spreads into a swamp. It loses speed. It loses direction. It breeds only decay. You have been living in the swamp, and every day you stay there, you sink deeper. The longer you drift, the harder it feels to start again, because momentum is a law. If you live in stillness, stillness becomes your nature. But here is the truth. You can build the banks again. You can build the law you live by. And when you do, the current returns. It will not come from waiting for inspiration. Inspiration is for those who already move. Inspiration is the wind in your sails. But first, you must raise the sail. The moment you write your law, the moment you set your daily structure, your mind will change. Do not trust memory. Memory is a liar. Memory will tell you, we have time. Memory will tell you, tomorrow will be better. Write it down. You wake at the same time every day. You begin with the same rituals every day. You honor the same priorities every day. You protect the same hours every day. This is not boring. This is the foundation of kings. Look back at the greatest builders of empires. They did not wake wondering, "What will I do today?" Their law was written. Their day was a chain of unbroken links. One task led to the next, and the chain built an empire. Your law does not have to be grand at first. Wake at the same hour. Move your body when you rise. Feed your mind before you feed your distractions. Protect your deep work like a fortress. Measure your day by what you built, not what you consumed. At first it will feel unnatural, because you have lived without law for too long. Your mind will rebel. It will tell you this is pointless. It will ask you, why bother? Ignore it. Do not argue with it. A soldier does not debate orders. He obeys and moves. And in moving, he learns the wisdom of the command. You will want to wait until you feel ready. That day will never come. Readiness is a myth told by the weak to justify delay. Strength comes after you start, not before. Discipline is not about feeling like it. It is about showing up, especially when you don't, because every time you show up without feeling ready, you train the mind to obey the law instead of the mood. When the mood controls you, you are a slave. When the law controls you, you are free. Understand this motivation is fragile. It dies quickly. Discipline is eternal. Discipline does not care if you are tired. It does not care if you are sad. It does not care if the world is against you. Discipline only asks, did you do what you said you would? And when you do, the fog in your mind begins to lift. That heaviness in the morning becomes lighter. That gnawing ache in your chest quiets, not because life suddenly got easier, but because you now move with a direction. You cannot think your way into clarity. You act your way into clarity. A life without a written law is chaos. Chaos breeds confusion. Confusion breeds hesitation. Hesitation breeds regret. And regret is the slowest poison, but order. Order breeds momentum. Momentum breeds confidence. Confidence breeds power. And power builds the life you want. You must decide, will you wake tomorrow as a creature of chance, or as a creature of law? Chance wakes and waits. Law wakes and acts. If you do not write your own law, the world will write it for you. And you will spend your life obeying laws that build someone else's dream. You think you need motivation. You do not. You need a constitution. A personal constitution that is not broken by feeling, not bent by opinion, not abandoned when the road is hard. You may say, but I don't know my purpose. That is fine. Purpose comes to those who move, not to those who wait. Start with the smallest law. Wake at the same time. Work at the same time. Protect the first hours for creation, not consumption. Choose one thing each day that moves you forward. Do it before all else. You do not need to see the whole road. You only need to see the next stone to step on. The next stone leads to the next, and one day you will look back and see you have crossed the river. The heaviness will not disappear overnight, but it will fade slowly with every day you obey your law. And soon that ache in your chest will transform. It will become a fire that burns not from pain, but from purpose. Do not waste another year wondering why you feel empty. You already know. You lack direction. You lack structure. You lack a written law. Write it today. Obey it tomorrow. And watch how your life changes. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are only waiting for the day you choose to take command, and that day can be now. If you wait for a perfect plan, you will never start. If you wait for the right mood, you will never move. If you wait to feel ready, you will wait forever. The world is full of people who waited. They waited until their dreams rotted. They waited until their energy was gone. They waited until there was no time left. Do not join them. You think your problem is lack of confidence. It is not. Confidence comes from doing the same thing well every day. It comes from seeing yourself. Keep promises to yourself. When you fail to keep those promises, you destroy your own trust. You become the liar in your own life. And once you stop trusting yourself, you stop believing in your own word. That is why writing your law matters. When it is written, it is no longer a wish. It is an order. Follow it without emotion, without negotiation, without excuse. At first, it will feel like pushing a boulder uphill. Every step will test you. Every day will ask you if you really mean it. But that is the price of reclaiming control. You will have friends who do not understand. They will tell you to relax. They will tell you life is short. They will tell you discipline is too harsh. Do not listen. Life is short. That is exactly why you cannot waste it. Relaxation has its place. But when every day is rest, there is no meaning in rest. It becomes decay dressed as comfort. You will also have days when you fail. When you break your own law, when you fall back into the swamp, do not stay there. A king who trips still gets up. A soldier who falls still stands again. Your law is not ruined by a single break. It is ruined when you abandon it completely. The moment you return to it, you are back in the fight. Make your law stronger than your mood. Make your structure stronger than your excuses. Make your direction stronger than your fear. This is not about perfection. This is about persistence. Perfection is a trap. Persistence builds empires. Think of the builders of great civilizations. They laid stone after stone, day after day. Some days the stones were crooked. Some days the rain washed away their work, but they kept building. And one day the walls stood. You have your own walls to build, your own kingdom to raise. But it will not come from hoping or trying. It will come from waking each day with law in hand and obeying it. Do not wait for someone to save you. No one is coming. Not because the world is cruel, but because this is your work to do. The ache you feel is not weakness. It is the call to build. The heaviness is not sickness. It is the weight of untapped strength. When you live without direction, your potential turns against you. It becomes restlessness. It becomes anxiety. It becomes boredom. The cure is not escape. The cure is engagement. Engagement with the work that matters to you. If you do not know what matters yet, choose something to master. Discipline in any craft will reveal purpose in time. Mastery is a magnet for meaning, and meaning is the cure for the fog you feel. Every day you obey your law, you sharpen your edge. Every day you sharpen your edge, you cut through the confusion. 1 year from now, you can wake in the same bed, feeling the same ache. Or you can wake knowing exactly why you rise. That choice is made today. Write your law, live it tomorrow. Guard it with your life, because your life will be built or wasted by the laws you obey.